Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin on the return. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing from the gun here. Taking a deep shot here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. A give left side to Warren. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the 1st. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and goal, Warren. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense up to the line fast. Now on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limp.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Dicker connects there. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Boswell on to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They give on second to Hall. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. They send the tight end in motion left. Fields on third. He's got a man left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He connects downfield on fourth. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. How about 19 yards on fourth down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Here we go, son. Extend.
Motion man right is Smith.
Right.
From the gun, it's Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Right.
Here's 2nd and 7. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here we go, son.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Angel. Here we go.
They just get the play off. Cut near the goal line. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a few. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone.
Here we go. It's all right.
Play action, Fields. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Yes, that's right. Here we go. Go.
Hall. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Jets take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's an option. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is scooped up by the Jets. And New York is making a house call. Touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy.
Yep.
A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They are throwing it again. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Big gain downfield. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Has this at the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. All right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Right.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. He finds space for a few yards that time. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
All right, let's go. All right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Forced out to his right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing a fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, go!
Throwing it to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. That throw finds Pickens. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Complete to DK Metcalf. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers in a very tough spot on 2nd and long. Another try following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Cut for big yards on the right side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Steelers first down. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Mike Tomlin eyeing that play clock, and he gets a timeout just before it runs out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Set it. Go street.
Man in motion here. Throwing from the gun here. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take the lead just before halftime. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Don't jump. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He'll throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Set right.
They start the drive with Hall. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, son.
A pistol snap. Fields. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go. Easy, easy, easy. Right.
On target to his man Taylor. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Darius Slay with the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Fields out of the gun. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. They're just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Looking to throw. This one finds Taylor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go. Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Taylor makes the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down throw for Fields. He brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Right.
Hall running between the tackles. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Don't jump.
Here's Hall once more. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Jets take the lead right away in half number 2. Breece Hall with the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the... the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go now.
Throwing now on 1st down. Throw complete to Warren. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jets football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Off play action, it's Fields. Headed out right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
Here we go, Scott.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That's the end of the third. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go, Scott. Go.
First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. Up. Hey.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a New York touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Steelers 17.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. On the return, here comes Austin. Good looking return here, and he's got room. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Wilson's got it. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Throwing now from the gun. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
He calls his own number again. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is scooped up by the Jets.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They go right back to Hall. And he'll find a little room to get this up to the 10. Give him 4 yards on the carry. Gets him some yards back, but still 3rd and 9 upcoming.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Tonight.
Fields on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
You kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Steelers will take over possession.
On the set.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. Let's go. Track at 60. Check go.
They'll come out throwing. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. It's a 21-yard gain. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That's good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. And up.
Looking for a throw here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He sends this one to the end zone, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Jets on their way to their 3rd win of the year. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
No muss.
To the air, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And they're going to take over possession. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he's dropped for a stunningly big loss. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee. So the win goes to the Jets. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Pittsburgh.
I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you, less is money or pride. So when I say I really